So you've just started or are about to start your playthrough in Elden Ring, and you want to get really powerful right off the bat. Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, you have come to the right place. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly how to get some pretty substantial character upgrades right at the beginning of the game without even having to fight anything. And this will make your character substantially more powerful early on in the game. Now, the first thing we're going to do is head over to that church right there. This is your starting location out here, and we're just going to head north to this Church of Ile right there. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it. Now, I am on a mount right now. I'll be showing you how to get this here in a moment. This is going to make traveling around the world substantially easier. But if you just run up to here on your character, you're going to see a merchant right here, which looks like Santa Claus. At least that's what I've nicknamed it during my stream. It's 100% Santa Claus. But there is a site here that you can sync with and rest at if you so desire. And then there's a blacksmith table here, which is going to have a smithing stone on it. You're going to want to grab that. Then from here, we're going to head in a northerly direction past this guy right here. And we're going to follow this road down into a campsite. Once you get out of the woods, you'll see this encampment here, and you can either sneak by the guards or run past the guards, whichever you want to do. And there is this pillar right here. If you go up to this pillar, you're going to be able to pick up a map here, which will unlock the map for the region. And what's really great is you can run from all of the different enemies in this game, so you actually don't have to fight anybody while going through this. Then you're going to leave east outside of that encampment, and there's going to be another Lost Grace site here, which you're going to want to light and then also rest at. Now, when you rest at this particular site, an NPC is going to approach you, and they are going to reward you with your spectral steed, which is awesome. From this Lost Grace site, we can head over across this bridge, and on this bridge, you're going to find another smithing stone, which we'll need to upgrade our weapon. And we're going to grab that and then roll out of the way. You don't have to get off your mount to grab things either. I don't know why I did that, but definitely don't. Then you can kind of continue along this road. Watch out for the giant dude bros carrying the cart because they are super duper scary. I guess they're not super duper scary, but we're going to go behind this church here, or I don't know what it is, if it's a church or a building or what. But on the other side of this is going to be a graveyard. Now, if you loot the graveyard, we're going to get a whole bunch of these golden runes, and these golden runes can be turned into currency or leveling up your character with XP. They're just great to have, and anytime you see any of these graveyards, you're going to be able to get a lot of these golden runes, so always look out for them. Next up, we're going to unlock our first health potion upgrade or FP upgrade. And if you fast travel back to this Lake North Grace site, you can hop on your mount that you have now, and we're going to plow through this keep. You can pick up this Lost Grace site here, or you can just power straight through. There's going to be a big dude at the top that's going to jump down, so be aware of that. But your horse does have a double jump, and if you hit X twice, you'll be able to jump through or plow through all of this stuff and run straight through. Now, there is a tree right here, which has the item that we're looking for. If we stop here and pick this up, we're going to get an item called a golden seed, which is really important. Just up the road from here is going to be a little building here. There's going to be a stone sword key on this guy that's kind of dead up here. There's also a Lost Grace site that you can synchronize with here. I don't know why I call it synchronized. You're just like lighting the torch, which is fine. But then there's going to be an NPC in here that we need to talk to 3 times. On the 3rd time you talk to her, you're going to get your first summonable spirit jellyfish. Now, if you rest at this site and go to Flasks, you can add a charge to the flask, and you can use a golden seed to increase the number of flask uses, and we're going to add it to a flask of Crimson Tears. Now, if you'd rather have FP or HP, you can assign your flask uses however you want. So at this point, you could have 5 of the FP ones or 5 of the HP ones, whichever you desire. From here, we're going to continue up the road. And we're going to avoid all of these guys, and we're going to go around the corner here and down to where this giant is. And if we kind of just speed across through here, up to the edge of this cliff, there's going to be a very important item sitting in this little bowl here. Just don't get killed by the giant, or you could try and murder it, whatever you want. But this gives us the strength not crystal tier. Also near this location, right about here on the map, is going to be another graveyard full of all of these golden runes. So collect those to your heart's desire, because we'll need these for upgrading our weapons here in a little bit. From there, you're going to want to fast travel back to the Lake of the North, and we're going to go back across this bridge and head into these kind of unknown lands. When you get across the bridge, you're going to follow the road to the left and follow it up into the smoke up here. Now our goal is to get to this church past this giant right here, so avoid the giant and then run directly into the church. There's going to be another Lost Grace site here that we can synchronize with, but there's two very important items in here that we need to get. So once inside of the Church of Marika, there's going to be this item right here, which is the Sacred Tear, and in the back corner over here, I hope that giant's not coming in here, is going to be a Flask of the Wondrous Psychic. So we've got a new Flask type and a Crimson Crystal Tear. Now from here, we can just light this Touch of Grace. I don't know why I keep saying weird things with these. I feel like I'm losing my mind at this point. But we can rest here. And what we're going to do is go to our flasks and increase the amount replenished by flasks. So we're going to use the Sacred Tear. Then you can go back into the main menu of this, and you can see the Mix Wondrous Psychic here. We're going to add the Crimson Crystal Tier, and we're going to add the Strength Not Crystal Tier in here. This is going to temporarily boost our strength, and it's going to restore half of our HP as well. So now we have 5 of the Flask of Crimson Tier +1s, which are going to heal us for more now. And we also have the Flask of the Wondrous Psychic, which will refresh every time that you rest at one of these campsites as well. And if you drink this bad boy, you're going to restore half of your HP, but then you're also going to get for 3 minutes a +10 boost to your strength. From this church, you're going to fast travel back to this location right here, which is the Storm Hill Shack. And we're going to follow this road up under this bridge. Once we come out of that little wooden path under the bridge, we're going to pass over this next bridge, and we're going to see a little pathway down. I'll loot this guy, see what they've got. Ah, a nice cookbook. We're going to climb down here. We're just going to follow this path through here and just avoiding any kind of conflict along the way. You shouldn't have a problem just passing through any of the enemies that you might come across, wolves and the like, until we can get to the other side. Once you get through that path, we should be like right about here, and there's going to be another church that we want to get to before we rest at that particular site right there. If we go down and into this church, this is where we're going to get another one of those items to upgrade our healing flasks, which are pretty awesome. There it is right there. And then also there's a dude selling spells here, so if you have some money or want some spells, you can talk to this guy and pick up some stuff. Unfortunately, he doesn't have anything particularly exciting, so we can just run back this spot right up here, and this is where we're going to actually unlock something really cool. I do want to reiterate that you want to go to that church before you go to this particular spot. Once we touch the Lost Grace here and rest, we're going to have another visitor. After talking with her, she's going to tell you she wants to take you to the round table, and that's exactly where we want to go.
Very well.
Now, the Round Table Hold is a gathering site for the Tarnished, and it can only be accessed from sites of grace. So anytime you want to come back here, you can just go to a site of grace, and it looks really freaking cool. But we can rest at the table here, and we can upgrade our flasks once again by increasing the amount replenished. This is going to give us a +2 to our healing or mana now. Go to this little passageway on the right here, and you're going to find the Smithy, which if you want to upgrade your current weapons, you can do so here. And if you go into your inventory, you can actually break down all of these golden runes to get yourself some currency. If you click on them and use selected, you can select multiple at a time. And with all of the runes that you're getting from these little grave sites, you should be able to acquire quite a bit of currency pretty quick. Round table down the hallway to the left here, we're going to be able to get a really great power up. Something that's going to save your life more than once. There's these two, I guess they're alive, but you can purchase some really cool things here. And the ones that you're going to want to grab, you can pick up the white cipher ring and the blue cipher ring to be able to answer the call from hunters or have them automatically join you when necessary. So if you are playing online, this will help you anytime you get invaded or be able to help somebody else when they get invaded. But I personally want to buy the Lone Wolf Ashes here. And then you're also going to want to buy the Spirit Calling Bell. And this is going to allow you to summon that those jellyfish that we got earlier and these Lone Wolf Ashes. Side quests that you can do here if you want to upgrade your spirits, and I do recommend doing it because they can be incredibly helpful. And what we're going to need to do is head back to the blacksmith, and we go here, we're going to choose the dialogue option to be able to unlock the side quest. And then from here, what we need to do is go back to Roderica and just talk to her real quick. I'm sorry, it's pronounced Roderica. Would have never gotten that right. Once you're done talking to Roderica, you're going to go back to Master Hugh and tell him about your conversation. After talking to Master Hugh again, we're going to fast travel back to the Stormhill Shack. Once you're here, where you met Roderica originally, there's now going to be another one of these things that we can pick up, the Golden Seeds. This is going to allow us to go back here and actually get 6 of those plus 2 flasks now, which means you're going to be hard pressed to die. Now from here, fast travel back to the round table and head over to where Master Hugh the blacksmith was, and Roderica should now be there setting up shop where you can do spirit tuning. This will allow you to upgrade your spirit companions, and you'll need grave gloveworts for this, which I will have another video on for upgrading all of your spirits. So if this is something you're interested in, keep an eye out for that video coming out very soon. But as far as that goes, if you do want to use your spirits, you will need to go into your equipment, and you can equip them right in here. You can equip as many of these as you want. Well, I don't know how many you can equip, but you can equip both, and then you'll be able to use them in combat. But thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, give it a like and subscribe for more. And I'll see you all in the next one.